What you pull up in this when they're killing we're begin, you feel me pulling up the skin, I really came to get it and deliver murder crime.
Hey, sucker fed everybody. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. We're struggle streaming this evening. All right, I can hear it. Mark, what's good, bro? I don't have any headphones in, so I can't hear myself this evening. So keep me posted in the chat, everybody, if the audio drops at all. What we are doing. Welcome to the show, everybody. Sakafet. How's everybody doing? What's up on your side of the world, wherever you are, my beautiful people? Greetings to you. I hope you're doing well. We are in the holiday season. I hope that it has been a positive kickoff for you. I know that we did have a tragedy in the nation's capital yesterday. Condolences to the family. And I hope that the other National Guardsman does pull through. So that's sorry to start on such a solemn note there. But I do hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And today, what we're going to learn about, it's a tech talk. So I'll be working with you guys and talking to you guys through the chat because we are struggle streaming. I'm not going to risk anybody coming up on the panel or anything to ask questions live this episode, this show. Because I'm actually, so what I've done is I've fallen back on my laptop. I got the laptop running the stream right now. So that is on Wi-Fi. Pardon me. The second factor I'm dealing with tonight, Spectrum cable. I work in IT. I'm an executive on the change management. If something's going to change, I'm the auditor. I'm the red tape. I'm the bureaucrat. I'm the asshole. I'm the one that's going to stop you from doing anything wrong in computer systems before the release goes out to our customers, right? In a nutshell, I protect us. That's what I do. I work for a bank, so that's money. So in that case, I look at things even more critical. When I plan things at the bank, teams usually have time periods after business hours when they can execute changes, right? Imagine picking up your phone in the morning and you have the new iOS, you have the new Android operating system. That's a change that was made through a developer's life cycle, right? The developer sat, coded some things, and said, I'm ready for this to go out and release to the public, right? That's how it works. You get a whole bunch of developers together. They do these large sprints, and then they release their software to you guys. You have new little buttons in your apps. You have new color icon. Your icon looks more futuristic, right? It's the new 2026 IG icon, right? Somebody designed that. It went through a committee, and then it was a change that was released to you guys, right? That's how it works. So when it comes to the trouble I had with Spectrum, with my knowledge, my almost 25 years now doing what I do, it's obvious to me that at the close of business, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somebody at Spectrum fucked up. They put a change in that went from 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, causing my internet to flap, go into a flap state, up and down. Every 10 minutes, the internet would come up, then it would go down for another 3 minutes. Now, they're supposed to be rolling the truck out here tomorrow. I think I'm going to have mercy on bro or sis's soul and tell them to cancel that route so they can get a little bit of extra day, a couple extra hours or minutes on their schedule where they don't have to deal with some bullshit, because this was bullshit on Spectrum's side. Don't roll no truck out here to my motherfucking house. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I know what the fuck y'all were doing. All right, on that note, we're done. All right, that's my diatribe. That was my little angst. That's why we got started a little bit late tonight. So we're done with that. We're putting out the rest. We got a lot to learn, y'all. Windows, the operating system, is dead. RIP Windows, as far as your boy C.I.P. is concerned. All right. I'm going to have a backup unit here or there. I'm going to have a laptop still on Microsoft Windows, but I am no longer using Windows as what's called my daily driver, right? My studio PC. I'm currently staring at 2 curved monitors. I'll show you guys a little bit here in a minute. But this is my studio PC. This is where I do all my stuff. This is where I do my video editing. This is where I dump all the files from my cameras when I come back from vacations, when I go out and do work for clients, friends, whatever be it, right? This is my studio PC. This is the hub that all of my workflows go through. This is where all my show animations, I create my thumbnails myself. I don't use any kind of third party. So, or like, a web app, Canva, I do it all from scratch myself. It's just me. I want to do it. That's my hobby, right? I get satisfaction from that. So I've gone through, and once my data hits this machine, I then put it out on a little cloud. I have my own personal little cloud server here. I have another, couple little other servers here in the house that do other little tasks. Probably talk about that in the future. But yes, this is my main rig. And what's happened is next year, Microsoft is sunsetting, deprecating, no longer supporting Microsoft Windows 10. Now, Microsoft Windows 11 is out, right? I'm running Microsoft Windows 11. The problem is that Windows 11 is the future. That's a problem for some. People like me who are very concerned about security. I just did an episode this Wednesday, in fact, about the flock cameras and your personal security. So please go back and watch that as well. But my personal security, I don't want to participate in the Microsoft ecosystem anymore. Microsoft makes you sign up for their services. They make you register your computer. They watch your computer. They now have turned on AI, and the AI watches you. The AI actually takes snapshots, screenshots of the work that you're doing, and saves that information to train its AI. Okay, this is all built into Windows 11. There are some avenues to opt out of certain parts of the telemetry, as it's called. You'll hear that word used, telemetry. So I'm going to do a lot of talking this evening. So the telemetry options in Windows also report back your browsing behaviors. When it takes those screenshots, it's indiscriminate, meaning it takes those screenshots of whatever's on the screen. So you could be logged into your Huntington Bank. You could be logged into your American Express, right? And if you're using Microsoft Windows and Copilot is taking a screenshot, it's going to screenshot your business. Microsoft has stated publicly that this is not the case. Your boy C.I.P. just turned 50, okay? I've been in technology since I was 8. I've watched businesses grow. I've watched humans become greedy. They're lying. They will use your data. They will use your information. and they will build a data profile about you. What that means is a spreadsheet, or a database, right? Databases are just glorified spreadsheets in essence, right? So you got a spreadsheet. I think you guys have seen spreadsheets on TV before. Some of you probably use them in your daily work or work with your accountant, right? To know what a spreadsheet looks like. Year, make, model, license plate, VIN number, buyer's name, buyer's address. That's a spreadsheet. That's a form. It's a spreadsheet. If you calculate things out on one, January, February, March, April, May, how much you made month over month, and you do all the little graphs, right? They're tracking not just your information, but they track where you go on the internet, everywhere you go, including all the prawn sites, all right? They're tracking all that. They're tracking every picture that you take, every single one. iPhone's the most egregious. I mentioned this in the security episode Wednesday. Anybody that has an iPhone, pause right now. Just go ahead and multitask or whatever your little iPhone does, where you can shrink me down to a little window and go to your camera roll. Go to your photos. Go to your photos for me and pull up a photo, the most recent photo of the Thanksgiving dinner last night, right? Go on and pull that up. There should be a little eye in the corner or the little hamburger menu, or you have three little dots. I don't know how the interface looks on your system. But go on and click that and look at the info of that photo. It'll slide up the photo, I believe, and then you'll have all these little words and shit down below, right? Look at the words and shit. I guarantee you that there's a location encoded. If not, if you were somewhere outside of your home on vacation, go back to one of those photos. I guarantee you, your location was tracked, even if you have your telemetry off. And that's just one small example, right? So telemetry is collected by everybody, right? In some way, shape, or form or another, because it's data. Data is the new gold standard when it comes to what you can monetize as a corporate entity. The more person's names, middle name, last name, child name, address, type of car they drive, income, the more that you have on people, the more you can spot what it is they want, and I can sell you shit. And that's what it really boils down to, right? Then you have the corrupt entities and corrupt individuals that are looking to capitalize on monitoring you and keeping track of you like a flock of sheep, right? So what we want to do, what CIP's doing, is CIP's opting out of the system. I don't want to be part of the system anymore. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. No, I'm not going to re-register a Microsoft 365 account. I'm not. I don't give a fuck about your Word. I don't give a fuck about Excel. I don't give a fuck about PowerPoint, right? The formal names here. The formal names. Because guess what? Back in the day, there were about 3 or 4 other options than Microsoft. There was Bank Street Writer. Anybody remember that? WordPerfect. Anybody remember WordPerfect? You can write whatever you want in a notepad, guys. If you're keen enough, you can write whatever you want, well structured in a notepad. Microsoft is a power player. They're only 30%, to be honest with you, maybe 40%. Tonight, we're going to talk about another power player in the operating system space. We're also going to talk about what you can use in competition with Microsoft Office, which impacts a lot of us. And it's not going to be an end-all be-all, but I will get you down the road of some of your own agency, right? where you no longer have to be part of this demon. We're gonna work every step of the way through it. It's gonna be a long night. Your boy CIP's up for the task. We're gonna have some fun while I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna geek out. You're gonna learn a little bit. You're gonna learn a lot. And this is another one of those episodes this week where come back to this episode. Take your time, take it in stride, chunk by chunk. I'm gonna have all the instructions. And if you hadn't seen already, check the description. Your boy CIP already has steps to help you succeed in creating a new life for the old hardware you have at your home. Old laptops, old computers, dust them off. Dust them off, open the cases, sweep them out, get all the dust bunnies out, get those power supplies. If the batteries are swollen and you think it's worth it, invest in a new battery, have somebody change the battery out for you locally. It's time to breathe new life in these machines. Now, my machine is not an older machine by any means, shape, or form, but if you have a Windows 10 operating system on a computer, the expectation is that you're going to throw that out and it's going to become a piece of e-waste. They send those to China and the Chinese refurbish them and recycle them because the Chinese are smarter than we are here stateside. That's why your boy CIP is trying to help you. So keep your old hardware as long as it's in good shape. You don't have any battery issues, anything like that. All right. We're going to go through this tonight. I'm going to show you guys what's up. All right. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to say what's up. Mark, you're still out there, brother. How you doing? You say, first Thanksgiving without my brother. Bro, R.I.P. R.I.P. to your brother, man. And I hope you found solace this holiday and it didn't strike you too hard. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. Know what it's like, for sure. You have an old Asus. And as long as you're not seeing old laptops are old laptops. So a trend with old laptops are that the batteries don't last as long. As long as it's not egregious and you have to keep it plugged in, you're fine. In the case that you do have to keep it plugged in, you can always attach an HDMI cable to it and turn it into a movie box and put it up like underneath a television. And you have a movie box where you can stream movies to it. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the operating system. So operating systems. Windows. I don't know. Don't quote me on the market share. I know that Windows and Apple are battling for the top tier of the market, right? That's fine. Because as consumers, all we care about is, can it run Microsoft? Can it run Android? Can it run Apple, right? That's really all anybody cares about. You just want to get to the web. You want to get to your job. You want to get to your bank. You want to get to Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. I know the boomers. Y'all love the Facebook, right? So the Facebook. Then you got the red app, YouTube, right? Netflix, the other red app. Everybody wants to get to Netflix on their devices. Got a tablet? Put the tablet in front of the kid. Netflix. I got my tablet. Netflix. I got my tablet. Netflix. Everybody Netflixed out, right? Got Netflix on your phone. Everybody's got all of these typical apps, right? Those apps are what drive the operating systems, essentially. So we have Windows, we have Apple, and there's a third player out there. The third player isn't usually spoken about because it's for the super nerds like me. We're the ones that keep the internet alive. The internet basically has a separate operating system. The core pieces that make up the servers and the cloud are typically based off of a system called Unix or Linux. Some flavor, some version of Unix or Linux. And that's just the way it is. Techno nerds that stop by to watch this, leave comments down below for all the specifics and whatever butt hurt area you work in and how you want to represent your tech. It's fine, do you think? But your boy CIP is just going to abbreviate it for the layman because everybody doesn't really care, right? So the three operating systems, Apple, Microsoft, Linux, all right? Linux has 30%. So if you look at the whole wide world as a pie, 30% of that pie, 1/3 of that pie is using Linux, either on servers, like I said, cloud stuff, desktops, but 1/3 of that pie. And then Apple and Microsoft are fighting for the rest. Well, because of Microsoft's bullshit and the games that they're playing and the spyware, essentially, it's spying on us. It's snapshotting our work. It's snapshotting what I do. I'm not some kind of pervert or have, a crazy weird fetishes or something, right? But the thing is, I work for, in some capacity, the city in public groups. I don't necessarily want to share their business with the rest of the world. That's a private group. That's something tied close to the city. That's not to be shared like that. These are confidential documents that are kept within the confines of the organization. If I log into my work human resources portal and I go to update my insurance information, and Microsoft taking pictures of my insurance information so that they can gather that my eyes are brown, my hair is gray, my blood type is AB. I don't know, whatever they want to study about us, right? So Microsoft screenshots that and then goes and sells that to the highest bidder that wants to know more about your boy C.I.P. Right? So to skip all that, opt out of that telemetry, opt out of the potential risk, right? This is all about lowering our risk. We don't want to be risky in life, right? We don't want to always be driving 90 in the Hellcat. It feels good, but bro, you don't want to be doing that all the time. You don't always want to be barreling down the road of, right? Use the Hellcat analogy. You don't want to keep installing app after app after app after app after coupon app. Ooh, this company has this convenience app. When you swipe your card, it links to your phone. Ooh, this company has a convenience app where you swipe your card and it attaches to your phone and you get customer kickbacks and you get discounts from this app after app after app. Last year, I did a security check on how many, I think I had over 80 apps that had my username and password in some way, shape, or form, or was attached to my Google. We don't want to keep doing that. If it's not your bank that you bank with, and a few other things that you do on a regular basis, you really should start shutting down those accounts and limiting who has access to you. It might feel good that you just saved $2 on something, but they're selling your data in exchange, right? You're basically naked on the internet, and that's the only way to visualize it. You're naked and exposing everything about yourself that you put into that app. If that app tracks that you go to the gas station 2 blocks over, then you go to the gas station on the other side of town, then you go to this gas station, it's tracking your movement. You better believe it's tracking your movement. Nothing is that innocent anymore. Okay? Wednesday, I showed you the depth of how many cameras are monitoring us across our nation, even down in Puerto Rico. It's that much worse when it comes to how much data they have on us, what those spreadsheets look like on each one of us, and where that goes, none of us know. What data brokers have access to that information, no one knows. You'll never find out when that information is sold. Let's not forget data breach, T-Mobile data breach, Verizon data breach, United Healthcare data breach, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield data breach, Experian, the company that monitors your credit and is only supposed to be one of the few companies that tie you to your social security number. Experian was hacked and then became a government shill. They now work for the government. I hope you know that. They're part of the IRS. So all of these data breaches have added to the dark web spreadsheet that is out there for each and every one of us. All right. It's another reason, and this is a side note, just a CIP note for parents. Another reason to keep your children off the internet and their identities. Nobody needs to know your child's first, middle, and last name when they're fucking born. We had a fucking kid. We're biologically competent. Cheer for us, and that's fucking it. Give your child a chance not to be exposed to this bullshit and to be invisible. At least some. Not trackable like this. Okay? Anyway, first things first. We're broadcasting live on this crippled little ass laptop. It's working so far. The internet's holding out. Y'all are still here with me. Gail, how you doing, sis? You saying, hey, y'all, I didn't know you were going live tonight. I'll be heading to bed shortly. I'll pick up where I leave off. Awesome, sis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad you're here with me this evening and you caught that I was here. It's a great show. Be sure to share this out as well and let folks know. Wolfpack, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, bro. What else? Who else we got out here? All right. And if you're in the crowd, folks, feel free to ask any technical questions you have in the chat. I'm going to try to keep my eye on the chat as best as possible. Again, I'm working on the little crippled laptop down here, and we'll be transitioning the computer over in a few to the new operating system live. So I'm going to take you all through that, and that will also kind of cripple me even more. I won't have it in the larger font up there. I'm going to have to be using my glasses down here to watch y'all down here on a small screen. So, all right, y'all. So let's go. Let's get this going. Here we go. All right. Everything should be working. Yes. All right. So far, so good. So far, so good. And if the stream disconnects, I'll pick back up. All right. I'll pick back up. Like I said, I'm doing a little bit of a struggle stream this evening. My intention is to get all this laid out for you guys. But I have been having internet troubles, as mentioned in the beginning. I was soapboxing. All right, everybody. So here we go. Where does it start? Here's where it starts. Endof10.org. Endof10.org. Okay. If you have an old computer, this is a great place to start. Your boy C.I.P. always provides you with resources, right? If I failed to provide you with a resource on a previous video, feel free to hold me accountable. Come get your boy. So here we go. Yeah, cripple laptop, bro. Because we talking about more personal security. Microsoft Windows. I am struggle streaming. Microsoft Windows is at its end of life here soon. I'm at Windows 10, and your cuzzo is struggle streaming. So bear with me this evening. I think I got touchscreen with this. Can I highlight you if I just touch that? Oh shit! Yay, it works. Touchscreen. I like that. All right, cuzzo. Yeah, I'm struggle streaming on my laptop tonight, man. But I'm showing everybody this is another one for the history books, man. Another one for legacy. This is another tech talk. Tonight we're gonna go through. I'm gonna show you guys live. I'm gonna wipe my computer live. This is me over here. I got the other camera up. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys live this evening. We're gonna get down to business. I'm gonna wipe my big computer, and we're just gonna install the new operating system. I'm gonna show you everything I did along the way, and ways to help you along the way. And I'm gonna show you another thing too here as we go through this End of 10 website. So End of 10, extended support for Windows 10 ends on October 13th, 2026, 1 year away, right? October 13th, 2026. And that's for Windows 10, right? The old laptops we have hanging around. Or it might be your current working one, right? The one you're currently using. Microsoft wants you to buy a new computer. They have new identification chips in the computers that link them to apps and allow the chips to talk to Microsoft services to validate that it is, in fact, a legitimate operating system on the computer and that your system is secure, right? This is what they tell you. But the devices within the computer, within your laptop or the computer, they essentially are just tracking devices in one way or another. They're telemetry. Telemetry meaning they're gathering data, right? We talked about that word at the beginning. You're going to hear that word a bunch from your boy this evening. So telemetry, it's gathering data. So it doesn't matter. You don't need a brand new computer. What we need are options. It'd be funny if the only cars available here in the United States were just Ford and Chevy. We wouldn't know any different because that's what we grew up with, right? Just Ford and Chevy. But now we got Ford, Chevy, Mazda, Honda, Lexus, Toyota, on and on and on and on and on and on and on, right? Choice. We have choice. At the beginning of this podcast, how many operating systems did I say? 2, Microsoft and Apple. Microsoft and Apple. When it comes to phones, Apple and Android. Apple and... Where's the fragmentation of others? Where's the ecosystem of others? The big players, right? That's all there is. Just the big players. That's what they would have you assume. So when Microsoft says October 13th is it, they want you to go buy a new computer. You don't have to do that. All right? Think you understand me now? All right. Why not? Because this is your old computer with fresh new software. Fresh new software that's optimized to actually use your computer the way it's supposed to be used. Not with a lot of apps and advertisements and splashes and a health bar at the bottom, or a start bar at the bottom menu that has animations and things panels that animate and expand and extra little widgets at the bottom of the screen by your clock that are always fucking ticking and they're always taking forever to load shit, right? All these things piled on top of the operating system. Nothing working the way that it really should. Struggle stream after struggle stream after struggle stream. I see my friends, my colleagues, my homies out here in the space, right? We all have the issues. Microsoft updated. How many times over the past 2 years? Microsoft updated. My sound's fucking spiking. Microsoft updated. Y'all can barely hear me. I have to re-record the fucking podcast. Or download the thing, up the audio on the thing, balance it out, and then re-upload the thing. How many times? You guys have seen me do stuff like that, right? At least once for all of that. TQS, man. You ain't have to do that, bro. I greatly, greatly appreciate you, man. Greatly appreciate you. And actually, I think your boy might actually have things laid out right in the studio. Let's go.
More money, yeah. More money, more dollar bill. More money, yeah. More dollar bill. More money, yeah. More dollar bill.
Brother, I appreciate you, man. As always, y'all. All donations go directly to the podcast, to the show. They stay with the show. Show producer. Thank you, bro. That's from TQS, y'all. He is our show producer for this Tech Talk. All right, so here we go. The old machines we have. We can now use Linux, right? Because it has been modernized to the point where our hardware just works. There's no problems with our webcams. There's no problems with our mice, our keyboards. What's funny is the Steam machine. Steam Deck, many of you have heard about that. Steam Deck, the gamepad. Steam Deck runs on Linux. I have Cat in Poncho. That's my gaming tablet. My Cat in Poncho gaming tablet is a Lenovo Legion Go Generation 1. It is a beast. I've nuked it, taken their controlled operating system off of it, put a bare bones version of Windows on it, and it's a beast. I control it, right? They have an operating system for that. That's Linux. It's called Bazite. It's in competition with Steam. Linux is on the uprise, y'all. It's coming up. And your boy C.I.P is going to show you more about it here as we go. So 5 reasons to upgrade your old computer. No new hardware required. And I have pretty good hardware here on my side. So that's not an issue for me so much. But like I said, the crippled old laptops, y'all. Enhanced privacy. Windows comes with a lot of ads and spyware. Your boy C.I.P just mentioned that. This slows down your computer, lets companies spy on you, and increases your energy bills. In the long run, that is absolutely true. What we have here, I'll just show this to you. Many of you know how this works. Task Manager. This is, shows you what's running on your computer, shows you your computer statistics down at the bottom here on the screen, and it shows you the processes and you can break it down any way, shape, or form to show multiple things that are happening on your system. And you start getting advertisements, you start seeing your CPU crank, you start seeing your internet shoot way up, things that are happening in the background that you're not even asking for. Just like we don't ask to be filmed by those dash cams, right? Give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. Yeah, just like we don't ask to get filmed by those license plate cameras. So spyware, it's just inherent in Windows, because Windows is an avenue for advertisers. If your company's big enough and you're in the tech space, you're going to be able to use Windows as an avenue for advertisement in some way, shape, or form in the future. How many times have you seen Candy Crush pop up on your stupid ass start menu for some reason? Animated. It's good for the planet. The production of a computer accounts for 75% of carbon emissions over its life cycle. Yeah, there's a lot involved in that, from the machining of the board itself, the silicon required to do that, silica required to do that, the copper required, the gold required for contacts, all of the mining, the rare earth, precious metals, all of that comes at a cost, right? What happens is you end up just taking your laptop and just throwing it in the trash. And I'm sure some of us have thrown broken tablets in the trash, laptops in the trash. It happens. But now you have a chance to hold on to your devices a little bit longer, treasure them a little bit longer, and use an alternate operating system. Community and professional support. People don't know, but the operating system I'm going to use is called Ubuntu. Ubuntu comes from an African word for unity. And the community around Ubuntu is extremely, extremely helpful. Better user control. You can do what you want with the operating system. You can absolutely do whatever you want with the operating system, from changing the way that it looks, all of its layout, a lot more customization than you can with Windows. Now, there are versions that are just packaged to be very streamlined, very simple, and very beginner friendly. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. So I could upgrade my memory and OP my old Asus desktop. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Now, Mark, what's messed up right now is RAM prices just shot through the roof. So if you have two laptops laying around, perhaps, that are similar in style or age, chances are you might be able to take the memory out of one and put it in the other if it's the same exact kind. If it's the same exact kind, you can harvest. One becomes an organ donor. You organ donor that memory from one and put it in the other. Basically, you just cannibalize it. That's another way of getting extra hard drive space as well. You can take the hard drive out of an old laptop, put it in a little case. You'll have a USB cable that comes with that case. You put the screws in, close it up, take the USB cable, plug it into your laptop from the old laptop, right? That's the old laptop's hard drive now in its own little portable case. And you can store data on that. So you have extra data space, right? That's like your personal USB. I've done that plenty of times. Actually, hold on 1 second. I worked on a laptop for a customer and their hard drive was bad. So I pulled the hard drive out, right? And that's what the hard drives look like now. Ooh, well, that one's busted anyway. All right. So when I worked on Cat and Poncho had a working hard drive in him. I took his hard drive out, and he's just a little tablet, right? He's a little tablet. He's a thick boy. He's a thick boy. But it's a Lenovo Legion. When I took his hard drive out, I got a donor drive for him, a donor case. So I took his original hard drive and I put it in this little USB case. It's a little USB. And this I can port around when I travel. And it's a heavy duty case too. Got some ASMR for y'all. It's a heavy duty case. This case is made by Orico, Orico, Orico. I don't know if y'all can see that. Nah, the glare is atrocious. But Orico, Orico, off Amazon. It might have been a little bit expensive, but that was because I wanted it to last when I travel, right? Okay, so you can always harvest organs from busted laptops. That's another reason why it's good to kind of hold on to them, even if they're busted, especially the laptops. The tablets are just shit most of the time, especially if you just buy an Amazon. What are them things called? They sell them Fires, Amazon Fire tablets. Them things, and the charging ports and those things were shit back in the day. So, in a nutshell, this is what we're looking at. Now, what they recommend is finding a homie. You got one here. cultureinvasionpc@gmail.com. All right. My name's in go to my home, go to my YouTube homepage, and go to more at the top and get my email address. All right. I'm saying it. If you need help, hit your boy up. I'll give you some time out of my pocket when I have time, right? We'll schedule something. But if we go past an hour, I'm going to be looking like, a little kickback, like throw your buddy a CashApp or something, whatever you can afford as a courtesy, because it's my time, right? But I'll give you an hour. We'll hang out. So hit your boy up in the email, cultureinvasionpc@gmail.com. I'll be your homie, right? Good for the planet, community, and professional support. That's me right there, all right? So I'm going to help you out. Number 4, better user control. Again, it grants you the freedom. Plenty of little software companies and little private entities that try to remain absolutely independent of government or any kind of sponsorship from government shills. Okay? These companies are mostly very independent, private. So, what do we do next? Well, next we start investigating the operating system. So we're going to be using Ubuntu for desktops. That's what we're going to be using. Again, we have Microsoft Windows, we got Apple, iOS, right? And then we got Ubuntu, we got Linux. Now, there are hundreds of types of Linux. I'm not here this evening to take you down a rabbit hole. I'm not here this evening to play favorite to any kind of Linux in particular. Fedora. I have my favorites, but I also have to use a practical mind of what I need this machine to do, right? What I need to do with this computer. So I'm going to remain practical. I'm going to use Ubuntu, or a version of it, a flavor of Ubuntu. We'll talk about flavors here in just a second. All right. So what Ubuntu is just an operating system. Thousands of applications. You see it right here on screen. I'm sure some of these look familiar. Look at the application list here, right? These look familiar. Everything else you use is on the internet. It's right here on your phone, guys. Check that out. You can see this podcast. Yeah, everything's right here on our phones. Everything's right here on our phones, guys. That's a web app. This is web app. This just talks to the internet. That's it. So everything else you need, Office 365, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You follow? You tracking? Netflix. You tracking? Your bank, your insurance company, your stock portfolio site, your Bitcoin site, your Bitcoin wallet. Where is all that shit located? The cloud. If you are a content creator, I wish I had sound effects right now. Y'all, we are about to have a fucking ball tonight. All right? We about to have some fun tonight. Because the flavor of Ubuntu I'm using, y'all ready for this shit? Hold on. Bam. Bam. Ubuntu Studio. Content creation heaven. Content creation heaven. So everybody has been sitting here for years, and we've been told Microsoft, 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 Office, 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 Office 365, Office 365, right? Buy the Xbox, 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 Windows and Xbox, right? We no longer have to use Windows and Xbox. You can go buy a PlayStation. PlayStation Supreme. That's right. I am Team PlayStation. Team PlayStation, Team Nintendo, Team PC. Xbox can eat ass. Sorry. But yes, we've had Microsoft shoved down our throats for far too long. Same with iOS and their closed ecosystem. Fun fact. What's the Apple Airhead? What's it all y'all do? Y'all airheads? Your fruit phones? Your AirDrop. AirDrop. We got AirDrop in Ubuntu. And it works better, dare I say, than AirDrop. With any phone. All right. Studio. Audio suites. Graphic suites for 3D modeling and animating. Compositing. Excuse me. Photography. Editing and processing. The basics. If you're familiar with what apps are on here, if you know, you know. And we'll get to that. All right. So your boy C.I.P. has already downloaded Ubuntu Studio for himself. All right. You download the application. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of all this. So 2 options, right? I've showed you guys here. There's Ubuntu for desktops. And there is Ubuntu Studio for the content creators, for us, right? And they work exactly the same. There's a little bit of a difference in how your start menu and your information, your apps tray, your icons, where they're at for your Wi-Fi and your clock. There are some differences between the 2 different flavors. That's why they're 2 different flavors. Do you want a Chevy or do you want a GM? Well, in this case, Chevy is Microsoft, and Ford. Excuse me, Ford is Apple. So we got Chevy and Ford. Now we don't want none of that shit. We want a Lexus. Then you got to figure out what style Lexus you want. All right, and that's literally what we're fucking with here. Think of it that way: Linux, Lexus. All right, we're gonna use the car analogies all night. All right. Next up, the fuck do we do? What are we doing? How do we do this? Why do I have to be a nerd? Why are you doing this, C.I.P.? Why are you making me learn this shit? Is it hard? Pause. Gentlemen, pause. Ladies. Is it hard? Is this difficult? C.I.P. phrasing. Is this difficult, C.I.P.? No. No, it's not. It's easy. I promise. I promise. It takes a little thought. It takes a little energy and effort on your part. But if it's a scrappy, crappy piece of shit laptop anyway that you weren't using, you get to experiment. There's nothing better than the fulfillment of doing something successfully, and then you get the end result and you're like, holy shit, I did this, and it works. And it does just work. Your boy CIP wouldn't steer you down a path of fuckery. All right, so what are we doing? What do we got to do? Well, what you'll need is a laptop or a PC with space, a flash drive, 12 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes or higher, okay? It's got to be 12 gigabytes or higher. That's it, all right? You might have one laying around. You might not. That's step one. I wish I had sound effects. I'd be cheering for us right now. That's step one. Pick up your little crappy laptop, all right? Timmy. I can't do his voice. Timmy from South Park. Pick up your Timmy laptop. right? Windows is crippled. Every time you boot it up, you're sitting there like, fuck, for real. Pick that laptop up, get you a flash drive, 12 gigabits. Step 1 done. Download your Ubuntu image. Step 2. That's it. Y'all, we are like 1/10 away. Download your copy. I put the links in the description under this video. I mentioned that before. For both flavors. Ubuntu for desktops and Ubuntu Studio for us, the creators, right? They're in the description, these pages. Download button is right there. If you get confused, come back to this video, you guys, okay? Just come back to this video, download, then you just want the Intel. It pretty much detects it for you automatically. It knows what you're downloading on, all right? Download it, 5 giblets, 5 gigabytes is this download, right? It doesn't say how big this one is. All right, anyway, that's it. Anyway, that's it, right? Get the links right there in my description, or in the description right under this video. And go ahead and hit the like and subscribe while you're at it, because I'm giving you guys all this free knowledge. But the time is now for us to take sovereignty over our own shit. Get yourself a dash cam, protect yourself in the streets, get yourself off of the Windows crack habit. We're sitting here like fucking crack fiends off of Microsoft's bullshit. We don't have to do this. We don't have to sign up for Microsoft Office. If your work uses it, I'm going to show you what the fuck to do. It's a web app. 365, you log in on the internet. You have internet on Linux. It's an operating system, guys. You create your boot disk, right? You download. Now it's time to create your boot disk. You shove that USB in, UBS. You shove your USB stick in, shove it in, and then you download another app. This app is called Ballerina. Ballerina, get your ballerina on, all right? You download Ballerina Etcher. Etch. You know how to etch your name into the side of a tree? Etch. You etch code on media. You etch code, or you etch music on the old LPs. You etch or burn data on the old CDs. It's always about that. Etching, burning, creating data. Ballerina Etcher on screen. Link is in where? Say it with me now. The description. Link is in the description. All right, your boy C.I.P. even has a little video for you guys. Your boy got fancy tonight for you. I put my Mr. Rogers sweater on and everything for you. We got a video. You ready? All right, let's go. We're going to flip over to this screen. Hope this fucking works. We're on struggle streaming tonight, you guys. But we're learning. All right, let's go. Ballerina Etcher. You download Ballerina. And you select your Ubuntu. You see? Okay, follow me. You select your Ubuntu. Then you select your USB. You plug in your USB. It will appear in the list. Boom. There it is in the list. You select it, select the select button, and then flash. Okay? We following so far? The process, I'm going to fast forward here in my little video for you guys. The process here will flash. After it flashes, it validates that what it flashed to that card, to your USB drive, matches. So it does its own little intelligence check. Boom. Flash complete. All right? Pretty simple. Flash complete. That is how you create your USB. Then what you'll have is a USB. This is my, this is not my Linux USB. This is not my operating system. This one is actually my key card. This is all of my passwords. This is my passkey. I plug this into a computer. I plug one password in, and then this releases all of my other passwords. That's how I keep my passwords. But for the purposes of demonstration, same difference. A USB drive. You then take that USB drive and, well, it should already be inserted into the computer of choice, or you pull it out of the one that you created it on, plug it into the side of your laptop. Now it's time to boot up the laptop. This is where things get a little bit technical. So bear with your boy C.I.P. I'm going to take you through this visually as well on my very system. All right. So then here, step 4 is, and we're just going to run through this real quick. This is like hitting fast forward on a React video. So follow me really, really fast or just slow this down. All right. It's not hard because we're going to pause. It's always hard. No, excuse me. Wait a minute. Technology. This isn't difficult. Phrasing. This isn't difficult. All right. So number 4 is boot from the USB flash drive, which, as I said, you pull it out of the one machine that you did the Balena etcher, right? You etched it onto the USB. Then you put it into your laptop. Boot from the USB drive. The next are the installation steps, the types of installation, right? Installation steps, do you want it to help you with an interactive installation or just go on and automate the process? Just boom, 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 boom. You got an operating system. The type, do you want it to nuke your computer completely? Erase your computer completely? Or do you want to save it and save Windows just in case? You have the option. It'll create a menu when you start your computer that'll say Linux or Windows. And then you can go back to Windows and be mad at yourself and then go back to Linux and be like, oh, this shit works. All right. So, all right. When you're doing the setup, you create your login details. You set your location. The installation starts. The installation completes. You get to update your software and you're done. That's it. So really, steps 1 through 4 are the hard part. Now, with step 4, insert the USB drive into your laptop or PC. Boot or restart the device. It should recognize the USB drive. If not, try holding F12 during startup and selecting the USB device. There's a super secret menu. Right as you boot up your laptop, you go F12, 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 like you're playing a fucking Nintendo game. I need all my homies with the Mario thumb, the Mario index finger. I need y'all to hammer that F12 key. You might get to a point where the computer be like, you'll hear the computer freak out because you didn't hit F12 too fast. Hammer that F12. You'll get a menu, something you've never seen before. Here's a little informational piece right here. F12 is the most common key for bringing up the boot menu. But escape, F2, and F10 are common alternatives. Okay? F2, escape, F10, F12. This video will be here on the internet forever and ever. Amen. Come back to it. F12, escape, F2, F10. Again, the same thing, right? Let's say you're booting the computer. Your USB's in. You hit power. You hear it spin up. F12, F12, F12 doesn't work. You still see Windows loading. You hear it crunching or whatever. You see the Windows thing animating. And then boom, you're back at this stupid ass desktop. Didn't work. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Escape, 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 escape. Wash, rinse, repeat. You're tracking me? You're following me? So F12, escape, F2, F10. That's how you get into your boot menus so that you can rearrange stuff and you can tell it to boot from that USB. Okay? This is the first difficult. This is the first difficult part for some people. So this may be the first challenge that you encounter during this. All right. So what are we going to do here tonight? I'm going to walk you through this and show you what I have to hit on my computer to get my computer to come up to its boot menu. Your boy CIP has a custom build. I have a very fancy motherboard. No need to go into it. Fancy motherboard, Intel i7, all the fancy shit. We'll see it all here in a second. But steps 1, step 2, download the image. Step 3, create boot stick, USB, your boot drive. And then step 4, flash your computer. All right. My USB drive is already in my computer. We are on this camera over here. That is my studio. So we're about to nuke my studio live. Here we have all my hard drives and files and all my super secret stuff that you can't really see. I just wanted to show you something here. I had an extra drive in my computer. So I was able to just copy and duplicate things as I move through time. I do incremental backups. I stop and I say, better back that up. Back that ass up, keep it moving. Back that ass up, keep it moving. All right. So my computer is ready to go. Everything else is in the cloud. The stream is in the cloud. My bookmarks are in the cloud. Emails are in the cloud. IG's in the cloud. Facebook's in the cloud. YouTube's in the cloud. All my accounts are in the cloud. I have nothing on this computer that I'm worried about at this point. Everything's been backed up. All my pictures, all my images, all of the vacation videos, everything that I've brought to you or things that I've kept private, that's all been backed up, either on one of my spare drives in the box itself or on my cloud, my personal home cloud here. So I'm ready at this point to go ahead and restart. Now, in the case of this computer, ignore that little red battery light you guys see on the screen too. In the case of my computer, in the case of this computer, we had all those options. F12, escape, F10. Oh, if your boy CIP could only be so lucky. Screen goes out. Keyboard is off. I'll watch the keyboard turn on here in 1 second. And I will hammer the delete key. The delete key. You hear it? Bam. Here we go. Your boy CIP is running an MSI. There we go. Running an MSI. And 3 gigahertz. 8 cores. 12th gen i7. That's what it is. 12th gen i7. And this motherboard's a mag mortar. So for the geeks out there, take it all in, fuckers. 32 gig of memory. And like I said, I got storage out the ass. I'm probably bottlenecking. I might be bottlenecking one of my buses. Nerds know what that's about. Fuckers. Y'all my people. All right, y'all. Let's go. All right, so here is where I can change my boot priority. You can see like the little USB drives. You can see the Ethernet. You can see the main hard drive. So you can see all the different drives and even CD. I don't think I have a CD. I didn't put no CD in there. So the motherboard's ready for it, but I ain't got no CD in there. So it's set up where you can just drag and drop these. In mine, I can drag and drop these. In most of these selections, you just use your arrow keys and go up or down and select the USB. So as you can see here, this says USB. It says USB key UEFI. UEFI is what it doesn't put like a fancy name on there, but UEFI is what you want to look for. That is the right file. That's the right file you want to look for. All right, so I've got it selected here. I just hit the little X up there, back out, and we're ready to go. So now my computer should boot from my Ubuntu Studio USB drive. What time is it? 11:37. Is that accurate? 11:37. Not bad. Not bad. Your boy C.I.P. is doing good. All right, so the first menu you'll see here is just a little startup menu. Is that blurry? I don't know if that's blurry or not. This camera is acting funny. Struggle stream. That's about as clear as it's going to get. All right, so the first option here is to try or install. The second is a safe mode. You can boot from the main hard drive, and then you can change settings if you need to. No reason to dabble in any of that unless you're a professional and that's what you need. Ignore it. You want to go try or install Ubuntu. First option, hit enter. It's going to take a moment. USB drives don't read as fast as hard drives do normally, unless you have a super speedy one. There we go. Let's go. I don't got sound effects. Sorry, guys. No, I'm not overclocking, Mark. Not overclocking. The chip I got is like a jank Dell chip, just like a mass-produced, like a mass bucket chip. I harvested it from a Dell. So I tried to overclock and it didn't like that. It didn't like that. I tried, bro. So it's loading. Here we go. It's checking my video. It's checking all my systems. It's checking all my pieces, parts in my computer. It's making sure that it likes it, which it will. It's just like Windows. And you can see I got a mouse. It's working. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but my computer's playing a whole fucking song right now. When was the last time Windows ever played music? Booting up. Holy shit, you guys. All right, so I'm going to make a quick move here. I'm going to configure the display settings. Just like Windows, you can right-click on your desktop, configure display. And I'm going to turn my other display, this one that you guys are looking at, into the primary. So you can see all the icons and shit. All the icons and things. Let's see. Oh, the curtain's in the way. I'll just kind of tilt it. Let's tilt it a little bit for you. Otherwise, I'll be bumping the camera. All right. Told you we're struggling. Love you guys. Doing this for you. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. You guys get the gist. So here we go. And we're going to close that. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see how awesome this is yet. All right. So this is your basic desktop, just like Windows. It's a desktop, right? There's no start menu or anything because we're setting up our system. So just like instructions, right? You'll see the instructions. They're in, believe I provided you the instructions below in the description. In the instructions, we are now at steps 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's it. We're here. That was the hard part. We're here now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That shit, ignore it. This is easy. Here we go. Your boy CIP is going to show you how to install a new operating system. English, next. English, keyboard. If you're in America, English, okay? If you're going to use the Spanish, use the Spanish. Pick your region. Make sure your keyboard matches what you're going to pick, right? Next, internet. It's my big baby. This is my box, my cube. My main rig. She's hardwired in. So she's wired. Next, update now. You know how Windows goes? Windows must update. Windows must update. Windows, while you're setting this up, it's going to go on and just pull the updates now. You don't have to worry about extra updates. We'll do another sweep for updates just in case, but it's going to update the installer, pull the most current version. It bounced its own interface. It's that smart. Okay. Now what we have is a full desktop, more or less. Our start menu is at the top instead of the bottom. You see that? Okay. Here's a green icon. This picks up where we left off. So English, next, next, next. And we want the interactive. Your boy CIP is a nerd, so I'm going to choose interactive. There is the automated one here. You just choose the interactive, makes it easy. All right, we want them to install all the software and download all the media stuff. So all the options there. This is where it can be a little wonky. It's okay, no big deal. You can choose to install Ubuntu alongside Windows. That's the first option here. You guys can kind of see that. Install Ubuntu alongside Windows. So when you start your computer, you'll have a menu that'll give you an option. Choose Windows or choose Ubuntu. Erase the disk completely and just install the studio. Or do something more manual. This is where the super nerds hang out. I'm just going to be an intermediate nerd and I'm going to erase the disk. Got to make sure that it chooses the right disk. That is not the right disk. That would not be the right disk. This is the right disk. It's a 1 terabyte internal drive. Next. All right. This is where you name all your things, put your fancy password in, confirm your password. Just like setting up Windows. When you set up your Windows account for the first time and you buy a brand new computer. Question in the chat. What's up, Mark? He said, CIP, what about antivirus software? Fun fact, there are almost no viruses for Linux. Almost no viruses. The pop-ups and all the pop-up explosions or anything like that, or clicking funky links, they don't work. They don't work because it doesn't use the same kind of EXEs and stuff and pop-up methods to talk to the operating system that classic viruses use to infect your system. Now, can you be socially hacked? Yes. So if you get an email, right, and they're like, hey, I'm your Nigerian prince, right? Right? We know what those are about. So you get the Nigerian prince email and you respond, ain't no operating system going to save you from that because you just responded to the scammer. But as far as like intrusions in your system and getting viruses in the system or downloading a file that has a virus attached to it, nah. Most of the applications for Linux are Culture Cube, culture, password. Oh, it's a super secret one. Just going to do my simple one for now. That's it. All right, New York City. Fair enough. Somewhere around there. East Coast. East side. And then review your choices. You're going to erase everything. I'm going to put everything on the number 1 drive. I chose the right drive. Applications. The Absolute Studio, just installing the whole studio. Or if you choose Ubuntu Desktop with the brown and orange kind of fall theme, that, right? The simpler, it doesn't have all the fancy studio stuff. It's going to make its own little partitions and things. Linux is a little complicated. It wants to tell you that I'm going to make all the little fancy things so that you can run this. Right? You know what? Your boy CIP is reevaluating his life right now. Okay. Give me 1 second, you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. So, taking a quick look at Taking a quick look at my drives. All right. What does KDE use? Nope, not that. I'm still gonna be learning with you guys a little bit, because I usually use Ubuntu and not Ubuntu Studio. Oh, it's right here in front of my face. All right, give me 1 second. That's the studio. There we go. Here's our names. All right. Black. Solid Snake. I think what I'm going to do is... No, that's the USB drive. Okay, this is the backup. Don't want to mess with that. Why won't you let me... Okay. We're going to run with it for now. I may redo some things in the future and rearrange the way that the... yeah, no worries, Mark. I think I might rearrange the way that my drives are set up in the future. It's more of an advanced thing, kind of for for safety and redundancy. If anything ever happens to the system, I can just nuke it and start fresh if I ever made a mistake. Being a nerd and tinkering, breaking things. So I was just kind of looking at a backup plan and what options I had for the future. So what we're doing is we're installing you guys. As you can see there, welcome. Thanks for choosing Ubuntu Studio, and welcome to the installation. In this slideshow, we will present a few features which make it the perfect companion for artists and content creators of all kinds. All right, so we get all kinds of plugins, and the media, or excuse me, the studio, the DAO. The DAO is Ardour. Fruity Loops, right? Ardour. Pro Tools, all the industry big names, those things. All right. Then we have Kdenlive video editor. Kdenlive is a close competitor to DaVinci, and I like DaVinci. So if you use DaVinci, you'll know how to use Kdenlive. It's solid. Blender's all right. And then of course OBS Studio. Your boy is an OBS junkie. This is broadcasting through Restream tonight, but I mostly always use OBS. And I'm able to port over all of my studio settings as well. I did an export of the scene layouts, but I'm going to have to redirect OBS to the scenes to where the graphics are on my backup hard drive, right? Because I have a backup hard drive for the studio. All the animations, my Squid Ting dancing girl from Carnival. I got to get a new Squid Ting. That reminds me, I got to get a new dancing Carnival girl for next year. Let's see. The reason why I'm asking is because my Asus is from 09, so I'm thinking about upgrading multiple things. SSD, you might. So because memory prices are a little high right now, or actually they're 300% over what they normally are. It's extraordinarily high, and it's because of AI systems, processing systems are memory hungry. The more memory you have, the more calculations you can stack up and process. So the more memory, the more calculations you can stack up. You can have in queue. So everything from semiconductor company, or everything from like AI data farms to the new Steam boxes coming out, the new generation of PlayStations coming out, the new generation of Xboxes coming out. So like all these systems, all these different electronics. Oh, we have an iPhone 18 coming or whatever, 19 coming. You have the new Samsungs coming. Oh, watches, even tiny little electronics, bro. Even like wasteful trash electronics, like little dumb shits that just make little noise that kids use, shit like that. They got memory in them. So the memory prices are jacked up. So what I would do, I would get an SSD. I would figure out how to convert that from, or not even convert, just get an SSD. It'll have, because when you open it up, you'll see your hard drive, and it's probably going to be one of those mini hard drives. You just get a solid state drive and just pop it in there. It'll just slide right into the slot, and then you're ready to go. Literally, you're ready to go. You get your USB stick with Ubuntu on it, and you can write on what memory you have there, but that will allow your operating system to be read faster. You know what I'm saying? It'll use that swap memory just fine. It'll use that memory just fine and swap in and out just fine. Linux is very small. It operates very, very small and a very, very low overhead in systems. It's not like Windows. You're not going to see, when I show you the graph in here, you're not going to see the system monitor. You're not going to see the system using a lot of resources here. System monitor. Shit, it'll pop up the system monitor while it's installing. Like right now, it's using 13% of the CPU. And that might have been just pulling this screen up because it's just normalizing down around 9%. I'm an idiot. I got 64 gig of memory, and it's only using, I got 32. I got 32 times 2. 32 times 2. I can math. I got 64 gig. So it's only using 4 gig of memory. 4 out of 64. I got 60 gig of memory just sitting there waiting to be abused. See what I'm saying? Network is in the middle right here. Network ain't doing shit. No other disk activities going berserk. That's it. Setting up the system. I better close that before you guys see my IP address and try to hack me. No, I don't think I've exposed nothing. So yes, once this is done, it should be complete here shortly. It really doesn't take that long. It does depend on, again, it depends on the system. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab something real quick. There we go. These are in my trash pile to smash. Hulk smash. It's a good thing you can take your anger out. It's like what are those rooms where they have all the china? When they give you a bat, you get to walk in the room and bat all the shit. That's your baby hard drive. It's in a little metal frame. It's in its own little metal frame. You can see the little wings there on the side, the little wings on the side here where it fastened into the laptop. But this is in my destruction pile. I'll take a screwdriver through the middle of it and then a hammer to it out in the parking lot. Get my emotions out. Then throw them in the trash. I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to harvest nothing out of these. I'm sure there's some geek out there that's like, oh my God, send it to me. Oh my God, I want to do something with that. They're slow. They're old. They're dying. I've took these out of old laptops for clients. It's like a big stack of them. And I mean, $100 a pop, that's my fee. And I'm replacing these for them. And they just pay the cost right off Amazon. So yeah, that's what you'll want to take out. Take out your hard drive. Now, in the case of these people, they didn't want their data. I just transferred their data to their new stuff, right? So you might want to take this and put it into a case. You can take the little screws out. There's little tiny screws here, and it'll pop out of this little metal thing. And then you put it into a case. And the case has a USB cord on it. And then you use that as your external drive. You would just plug your USB cord into your laptop, and you still got your data, right? It'll be slow, but you still got your data, right? So you have that option. Trash. All right. What does that say? Oh, no way. What does that say? Oh, shit. All right. So it's done. It says Studio has been installed and ready to use. Restart to complete the installation or continue testing. Any changes you make will not be saved. Any changes you make right now will not be saved because how did we boot? We booted from the USB. So the USB is not going to remember all our files. And if we logged into Google or we logged into Snapchat or something, it's not going to remember any of that. It's not going to keep it in the browser. It's not going to remember if we logged into the browser, none of that. So we are going to, exit out of the installer, restart the computer, and follow the instructions. So I'm going to restart. And it gives me a message here, and it will do the same for you. It'll say, please remove your installation medium and press enter. So please remove your installation USB and press enter. All right, be right back. All right, I'm back. There it is. See? Same but different, like I told you. That's my babies right there. That's Linux. And this one's got some funky utilities on it in case all hell breaks loose and my computer decides it wants to shit itself. I have my maintenance on there. And like I showed you guys earlier, this one right here is my key ring. This is all my super secret passwords. All right, press enter. Do your thing, baby. All right, so it's rebooting. While that's rebooting, then I have one more. Hold on. This one's mostly for, this one's Windows. This is Windows. So I have one more that's all Windows stuff. If I need to bounce a Windows system, I've got OneDrive has Windows Utilities. OneDrive has Windows 11 on it. And it's just a OEM copy of Windows 11 that I have regged. A legit registered copy. I just use that for maintenance because then once it hits the machine, it determines the machine's number and hits the server and then says, yeah, it's a legit copy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boot screen. This is the boot screen for the Ubuntu Studio. Round of applause, round of applause. Your boy C.I.P's computer's back up. So this is my main studio rig, as I mentioned before. There we go, super secret password. All right. Your system and or user configuration is not optimally configured for audio production. In order to fix this, a system restart will be required. You guys can't see that. It's off screen on my other monitor. I'm going to obey the law. I'm going to let it do what it needs to do. We don't need any problems. And if we had a technical issue, we will be learning together. But this is it. We are at the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. This is that didn't take long, right? Had I not been hanging out with you guys, I would be, that was an hour and a half, right? Had I not been hanging out with you guys, I'd have had it done in under a half hour. All right, let's go. No headaches. Beautiful. It's very fast. Very fast. The first thing it's telling me as soon as I boot up, updates available. All right. Here's my new desktop, ladies and gents. I like the marble. I'm going to leave it like this for a while. I might just edit this and just put a C.I.P logo in the middle. I like this. Looks good. All right. So what's up? What are we going to do here? Can I slide that out the way? I can slide it back a little bit so you guys can get a better view. It just looks like mush in the top. I'll zoom in as we go along. All right, so we're up, guys. This is what your computer will look like, or you'll have the fall themed Ubuntu desktop. Updates available. All right, so I'm going to click that. It's up here in my notifications, upper right-hand corner. I'm going to obey the law, y'all. Update 68 things. Oh, updates all through here. Update all. This all looks like gobbledygook. That's fine. It doesn't matter. None of this has anything to do with us just being a regular user. We're just the regulars. So we're going to let this update and do its thing. I'm going to minimize that down. Okay. At the top here, in this version, right, this is a studio. So it's going to look different than the desktop version. I got my toolbar up here at the top. It's installing software for me. So much like Windows, it'll ask for your password while it's installing. It's nothing really to worry about. Really, it's not. Just let it do its thing. It's set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. It's processing. It's still running updates. Okay. So much like Windows, you have a toolbar. Toolbar at the top. Firefox is the browser it gives you. What's the next icon here? Ooh. Well, it's ran that update and let's give it a minute. Now, okay, disclaimer. Your boy's got a fancy video card. Your boy's got some fancy gear in this PC other than just all those hard drives. So I expect to have a few hiccups here or there, and we may be seeing one right now after that update ran. We may very well be seeing... Ooh, that's a... Really? Well, that's not nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a hard lockup. All right, we're going to bounce it. There we go. It happens. Yeah, Firefox is one of the most stable and always the default with Ubuntu. It's still around, but we can download Chrome. All right, so it's good you guys are seeing these kind of things. It does happen. We had a bit of a lockup there, and I think it had to do with the video. I'm gonna guess. Let's see where it's stuck. It's not uncommon. Just like Windows. I mean, every operating system has its hiccups. It's good you guys saw that kind of thing. It is what it is. Okay. Okay, so NVIDIA is my graphics card. This is the NVIDIA open source drivers. So the NVIDIA drivers, the video drivers for my NVIDIA card. It sees it. You can see it's got all the funky settings that you would normally see with any fancy graphics card. You have all the OpenGL settings, all the 3D settings, all the thermal settings. You can edit and customize things as you see fit. Awesome. So quit out of this. Okay. So first things first. I'm probably going to, let's see here. Give me one sec, guys. God, there are so many different options. Pointer speed for the mouse. Oh, that's awesome. When you have two large screens. All right, cool. Yeah, when I have two large screens, it's difficult to shuffle this mouse around. All right, what's our icons up here? Digital painting, image editor, video editor, camera management, or those just photos, OBS. So check it out. OBS is there. Excellent. I'd have to point OBS to my spare drive and pull all my settings in for C.I.P. Here we have our audio patch device. So this is our audio mixer. This will allow us to patch in OBS to our streams. So all of the studio and audio stuff is right here, built in. It does take a little bit of a learning curve because it's a little bit different than Windows is. You just have those basic bitch sliders in Windows. Here you have more of a virtual studio setup where you're actually virtually connecting devices to the outputs. So it's a little more complicated, just a little bit of a learning curve. Okay. As mentioned, we have Firefox. So we just want to start showing you guys around how this all works, right? We have the Firefox. You can log into Firefox with your Google account, your Apple account, whatever, just fine. You can download Safari. If you're a Safari person, you can download Safari for Linux. You can download Google Chrome for Linux. You can download whatever you want. Download the Chrome browser. And look at that. Get Chrome for Linux. Ooh, come back here. Download Chrome. Get Chrome for Linux. Look at that. It immediately detects that I've got Linux. Accept and install. Go on and download that. You can do that this way. Or we can go to... Why am I drawing a blank? Why is your boy... Why do I feel like... you guys are killing me. Did they change the name? Where'd they move it to? Oh, it's way over there. I'm like, where the heck is that window at? I got two monitors. Sorry, y'all. Okay, the updates are done. Configuration wizard. Holy shit. Why is everything popping up over there? That's crazy. Close that. All right. Optimized for streaming, recording is secondary. Optimized for just recording. I will only be using it for virtual camera. Optimized for streaming. Absolutely. Next. Nope. 2560, 1440 is what we want. We want 60. Next. It's going to be YouTube, but I'm going to skip that for now. Bet. I'll adjust it. All right. So as you can see, we got OBS. What up, cuz? What up, cuzzo? What you up to? All right. Firefox. As I showed you guys, you can download Google Chrome if you want. Install it. Just like you just follow the process like you would install something in Windows. Oops. There we go. Oh, I feel like an idiot. It's called Discover. All right, Discover is your store. Sorry, guys. You know how you have like the Windows Marketplace or the Windows Store where you can buy your apps? They're all free here. This is your store. These are where you'll find all the different types of apps that are available in Ubuntu. It's called Discover. I think it's just the App Store or something like that in Ubuntu on the desktop side. But again, this is the studio, but you'll have the same kind of service on the other side. So education, there's apps built around education here. For instance, like a fractal generator. Then you'll find things that will assist you with robotics. You'll find things, even simple things like a typing tutor. Virtual keyboard, mathematic function plotter, Bible study app. So there's a lot of different things here. Yeah, a couple different typing tutors. I never looked in the education section. Python book. You know, too, yeah, you'll find things that'll also help young minds or early learners with coding and higher level stuff. So there's a ton of stuff in here. Games, there are some games that are Linux friendly. And actually, you know, once you install, there's some other things that you can follow, some other installations that you can follow where you can get gaming working just fine. Just your AAA gaming, if you have a powerful enough, beefy enough computer or laptop. I could get AAA gaming working on here just fine. I won't be doing that, though. This is strictly going to be for, okay, well, I might experiment. But this is strictly just for work or for studio, personal work, personal projects, and learning and stability, right? And then getting away from Windows, staying safe from the ecosystem of the all-seeing eye. All right. So, oops. Oh, come on. It was going to load it from here. That's why. Oh, why did I do that? Your boy C.I.P. just be messing up. There's so many easier ways of doing this. I'm just on derp mode. All right. So again, we downloaded it. We went to Discover. Discover is loading. It's up here at the top. Install. It'll ask you for your password. And I'm going to go on and plug in my USB thing. I got to go search for the program. I forget what it's called. Because the program that I use for my security key is different in Linux than it is in Windows, of course, because everything's different. Up here in the corner, it showed that the USB drive just got plugged in. Launch. Shut the store or just minimize the store. And of course, everything's popping up on the other screen. Here we go. That looks familiar. Google Chrome. Make Google your default browser. Automatically send statistics to Google. No, but we will make it the default browser. For now, I'm going to use something different, I think. And that looks familiar to you guys, right? Sign in to Google Chrome. Culture invasion. Okay, it's got me. Take that off the screen. Okay, so now what we got to do is, there we go. KeyPass. I mentioned this in a previous episode, the security episode. KeyPass word safe, password safe. KeyPass.info is the website. Ooh, can I get the mouse over there? I can. KeyPass. Ooh, 2 E's. Yeah. KeyPass.info. There you go. I think I typed it right. Y'all are going to wind up at some weird website. What did I type? I did. All right. Go to KeyPass. Download KeyPass for yourself. You can get it in Windows. You can get it for whatever. I got to go to downloads. And I got to go down. Yeah, not that far. Somewhere around here. Android, blah, blah, blah. Find mine. Linux. We're Linux now, right? So we got to go to Linux. Linux, Mac OS. There's some down here, right? It's just the way that it works. The most popular version, of course, what did I say before? Windows, right? Everybody's like, Windows. So I'm going to download. There's easier ways of doing this. Nerds have plenty of ways of doing this, but I'm just showing you guys so that you are familiar with what's up, that you can just find these apps. It looks kind of blurry on screen, but again, we're at the KeyPass website. Don't have to worry about pop-ups. Don't have to worry about ads. Don't have to worry about anything. All right. Genome Secrets is one KeyPass, KeyPass X. So I think the one I've been using is one KeyPass, maybe. Yeah, maybe. This is what it looks like. It shows you the app screenshots. Dark mode, light mode. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think I'm good. Okay. And Linux. The Linux that I'm using, that we're using, right? If you use Ubuntu, instead of being EXE, it's DEB, DEB. Instead of EXE for Windows or an MSI for Windows, it's DEB. David Edward Brenda. Cannot. I didn't ask you to. So you're going to get pissed off. You're going to piss me off, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? All right. Give me 1 second. Goodbye C.I.P. Just going to have to run some commands real quick. Just do a thing. So every once in a while, you'll have to run commands. That's just the burden of it. It just happens. Some things have to be manually done. You'll learn as you go along. It's just kind of the way things work out with a new operating system. Don't be intimidated. Everything's not perfect in the world. But the cool thing is you get to fix your own shit. You don't have to worry about waiting on Microsoft. Everybody on the internet has some kind of solution for you. Trying to get Chrome up here. Give me 1 second. Anytime you set up a new computer, you got issues anyway. I'm just trying to get the passwords right. 1 second. Why? Oops. Mm-mm. This is the one that stopped. Yeah, this one's dead. That is not the one. Why not? Yep. Okay, that'll work. All right, so they have some command lines we can run just to install this instead of doing it from a package, which is the better, quicker way. And what? What? And it's installing. See there, it's downloading. That's what that orange line is right there. It's just doing it from the command prompt instead of doing it from like the browser window. You just learn that a lot of times you'll find, you can see it right there. We're using Ubuntu and they just have the direct lines you can just type in and it just downloads it in the background. You don't have to worry about it. Installs everything. And then it installs the software. It's in the menu. There it is there. So now I have my key pass. And I'm going to zoom in on it just so you can see what the app looks like. but I'm not going to show you what. Oh, yeah, of course it's blurry. Here we go. So that is the key vault. And I'm going to open a database. I'm going to open the database that I have off screen. Oh, I have a key file. Almost couldn't get into my damn key pass. That would have been a bitch. Lock myself out of my own shit. Let's go. Culture invasion. And then I got Gmail, culture invasion. In case of emergency, C.I.P. gaming. Oh, Gmail. Woo, that password is insane. Get two-step verification. All right, y'all. That password is insane. I set up a password. It's about 200 characters. I highly recommend that. All right, here we go right here. Check that out. This is what I've been talking about the other day as well. Two-step verification. I talked about this when we were talking about the flock cameras. Because the police didn't even have this layer of protection. They sure as hell didn't protect their passwords like I do. Then they had the default passwords on those flock cameras, right? Admin password, admin 12345. Simple stuff. The next step you're supposed to do, and you guys see this happen all the time, is you're supposed to get two-step authentication where it does something else in addition to using your password. So here we go. It's going to send it to one of my phones. 86. There it is. And then boom, it sends the code to your phone. You type in the code and you're in. All right. I'm going to let this thing cook because Gmail or Google's Chrome is a piece of shit. It takes forever to load all the stuff. And then it's going to, still updating all my tabs. It's updating all my tools for the podcast. It's updating my ad blocker. Of course I don't use an ad blocker. Who would do that? Where are we at? There we are. All right. Chrome is up. So now we are back. We're back in business. Auto quality, add-ons, vidIQ. I already got vidIQ enabled. There's that. Subscriptions. Show notifications. Block. We don't ever want notifications. Studio. Nice. Nightbot. Sign in. Check that out, you guys. Continue. Everything's working. Nightbot's linked up. Nightbot online. Pin. Restream. Log in. We got everything, you guys. Mike Love. What's good, bro? Oh, you guys are out there. I'm sorry. We learning tonight, y'all. Janesta, what's up, sis? I don't got sound effects. Otherwise, I would greet you. Janesta Coleman. I got a voice. Have a voice battle with Theo. How was your Thanksgiving? My Thanksgiving was delicious. It was delicious. Made a turkey booby. Made a turkey titty, turkey breast. Seasoned it with a stick of butter. Took the butter, let it melt down, let it get room temperature. Put all my herbs and spices. I did more of like, I did not do like the rosemary. We're not doing rosemary this year. We did like more of like a salt, pepper, garlic rub with the butter, and then I used a little extra. I put my soul in it, right? You put your foot in it, so I put a little bit of chili flakes, chili pepper, and what else? Sage. Um, yeah, I turned out. The picture of it is out there somewhere. I sent the picture to a couple people, so the picture might circulate. Then I made greens for myself. I did something that made a lot of people upset. There are a lot of people who are, especially my brothers and sisters and cousins from the Caribbean. They are mac and cheese heads down there. They are just cheese heads down there. It's just mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese. I'm so tired of the traditional. I took one of them pillowcases, raviolis. I took raviolis and I shredded fresh cheddar and Parmesan on top, little sprinkles of green shit to make it look fancy, some oregano on top. But I, lather them in butter, take them out the pan, grate the cheese over top of them. Something simple, right? I'm sick of the heavy ass mac and cheese, and it's always the same shit every year. You guys, flip it up a little bit. Some culture in your shit. What else I make? Candied carrots. I make the bomb ass candied carrots. Stuffed celery. If you don't stuff celery, I don't know why you even eat Thanksgiving meals. I don't even know why you would do that. Stuffed celery is a must. Take your celery, cut them down by halves or thirds, depending on what you like. Block of cream cheese. Probably about a block of cream cheese per head of celery. Yeah, 1 block per head of celery. Chop your celeries down to like in halves or thirds. Clean them out, wash them, all that stuff. Let them dry a little bit. Take that cream cheese and take a container of blue cheese or goat cheese or whatever type of tangy cheese you prefer. Mix that in with the cream cheese. You can also, a little salt and pepper. You can dice some onions if you want. Very fine, like green onions. All right. Mix it all in together. Lather that into your celery stalks. Some people put like walnuts or fancy shit on top. I did the green shit. Parsley. I just threw some parsley on there for effect. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but it was delicious. What else did I make? Oh, the squash. I roasted squash, but I didn't really eat much. I got it in there. I ate a turkey sandwich and some squash or something. What are we doing? What are we learning right now? We're not doing shit. We're just talking about food. What y'all talking about in the chat? It sounds great. I'm coming to Ohio. Man, I'll cook for anybody, man. Cook for anybody. It's all good. Homies get together, we'll cook. Do a cook-off. All right. I think I'm caught up. Gail, Mike Love. Yep. Mark. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm caught up. So. Oh, shit, that's cute. Ah, that's so cute. It's like a wee little preview. It's animated of the stream live. Ah, that's so cute. Restream way better than StreamYard. See how cool that is? Y'all should still do that probably. Throw some shade at y'all. All right. What's next? We know we got audio. That's great. Now, the Stream Deck, I'm using that right now. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but your boy C.I.P has a resource for getting this Stream Deck working again for our sound effects. I should have it done by Soca Sunday. If I don't, I might postpone Soca Sunday. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. I'll try to get it done. Okay, so for you guys, 12:30, 2 hours in. Good. We're almost done. Well, I can't type. Ooh, the Google search is shady. Who would search those kinds of things up? Anyway, not looking for registration keys for software that's legal. Anyway, Microsoft Office 365, Copilot, Microsoft. Just go log into your Microsoft 365. It's right here. Okay? Just go log in. Very simple, right? What's your thing called? What do you Apple people? Just figure your Apple shit out. It's got an HTTP. I'm not hating on Apple or anything, but I don't give a shit. So figure out your Apple life if you want to switch over to Linux, right? Everything else is there. It's very much like Windows. As you see, I only had that one little hiccup trying to install my KeyPass manager, and that's just because it was a fancy KeyPass manager, and I had to install a version that wasn't deleted, a version that wasn't discontinued, excuse me, because the other versions were discontinued. All of my data, where did my data go, right? What happened? Well, if I click on this drive here, boom, I have all my data. Desktop, downloads folder, random other pieces of files I needed, any media that I had downloaded, even things from a long time ago. A lot of images from a long time ago, a lot of stuff from a long time ago. When I had done a previous wipe of my PC. One second here. Yeah, edits. Everything's current. Yep, this is all current. So I got everything in here that I was looking for. Downloads. This should contain every clip, every... Oh, hell yeah. Double click. Ooh, baby. Hell yeah. High res. High res Sweeney. Mwah. Hell yeah. Every video. Absolutely. Oh, I like this video player. Oh, I don't know if y'all seen her yet. She'll be in Ahsoka Sunday coming soon. I love it when they try not to look like they know that we're staring at them. And they just look so cute like that. Shit's dead wrong. All right. Beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Yeah, everything I've downloaded, it's all there. So all my backups are where they should be. I can access them just fine. And let's go to Studio. Cree. What's up, sis? EJ, what's good, bro? I see you out there. We're in the home stretch. Your boy C.I.P. is just chilling right now. Kind of showing everybody around the new operating system. Making sure I didn't miss anybody here. Yeah, I got y'all. And forgive me, y'all. Your boy CIP is struggle streaming, but the struggle stream has lived. The struggle stream's going strong. All right. This folder, this is my studio folder. CIP Media is it. This is it. Y'all are looking at this is it. This is history right here, y'all. This is history. This is all of CIP's assets, all of my videos, all of my mess, all of the bullshit, except for those hot chicks. The hot chicks are over there in that downloads folder. We gotta move them over. But all the debauchery for Soka Sunday, logos, all the things that I harvest off the interweb or things I've done. Oh yeah, thumbnails. Like, oh, look at these thumbnails. All my thumbnails. Remember I told y'all that I do all my stuff myself? You can, this is the other thing that's cool about Linux. Like, you can't do this in Windows. I've gotten these icons so big. Yeah, full ditty. Big. Look at that. You can't do this in Windows. Windows can't handle this shit. Fucking computer would crash. So you can resize however you want. You can do it in list view, tree view. You can do it in a list view. You can split the view. The file manager is really, really powerful. A lot more powerful than Windows. A lot of options. So be sure to explore. Don't be chicken. Click buttons. You're not going to break anything. Solid Snake. I want to see. I think I used to use this as the game drive. I don't need this no more. I knew I should have nuked this. I told y'all I should have done that. Told y'all. When I was setting I didn't tell y'all nothing. When I was setting the system up, I was thinking to myself, I wanted to move my home. You know how you have your home directory with your videos, your music, all this shit, right? Documents, downloads, desktop, your pictures, your music, your videos. I just wanted to move it to a different drive. That's all. So that I have the operating system on one drive, the graphic, all this shit, the graphics, the startup, all that stuff is on one space. But then my files. So if this crashes, if the video thing doesn't work right, if something happens, you know what I'm saying? Lightning strike, boom, and it takes this out. It's not going to take out my data on the other drive. I still back up everything, like you can see, but I wanted to put that extra layer in there. That's like level 2 shit if you have multiple drives in a desktop, but just a basic install with a OneDrive, like, a laptop that has one hard drive, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You won't have to worry about that shit. Your boy here just doing it. Your boy extra. That's all. I'm extra nerd. All right, so let's see. We got Office 365. I told y'all just go out there, log into your shit. Any bank, any insurance company, it's all on the web, right? So you don't have any limitations. Oh, look, all my bookmarks right here. All my bookmarks, all right there, because I logged into Google, right? So Google's in the cloud, so I don't have to worry about losing bookmarks. Now, let's say you don't have Microsoft, right? In the side menu, in your start menu up here, you have a section called Office. You don't have to have Microsoft. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. At any rate, you have Office Calculator, which is a spreadsheet. You have Draw, which is like a presentation deal. Or excuse me, which is like a publisher. You have Impress, which is your PowerPoint. Math, which allows you to do higher level math. It works with Calc, which is a spreadsheet. Let's just hit the Office General button. Here you go. And over here in the sidebar, as you can see, you can just open a presentation, open a document, open a spreadsheet, go to the writer document, get tips, just like you do in Microsoft. Offers many variety of interface options to make you feel at home. You can change the title bar, your utilities bar at the top to be more like Office if you want. All your little icons, all your little tools up here at the top. If you want that to be like Office, you can change it to look like that. You have the ability to do so. You can write in this just the same as you can in Microsoft Word. It's free. It comes with it. It's just as capable. And again, just like I said before, was it Word Perfect, Bank Street Writer, all these programs that we used to have back in the day no longer exist or have gone into obscurity because of Microsoft. Fuck Microsoft. There's other options out here, guys, that are free. And you can take an old piece of hardware, that old laptop you have in the corner, and bring it back to life doing this. So when you go to save your file, for instance, save as. You can save it as Microsoft Word, Word 10, Word 2010, Word 2007, Word 2003. Okay? Microsoft is not the only player anymore, guys. They're not the only player anymore. PDFs, Adobe Files, right? Anything that you have that's Adobe and you need to open it, Adobe Files open just the same way. EJ, bro, good looking. I appreciate you, bro. You and TQS, man, y'all are showing out tonight, man. I really, really appreciate it. I was not expecting that at all, but the studio that I have online is prepared. Let's go.
More money, yeah. More money, more dollar bill. More money, yeah. More dollar bill. More money, yeah. More money, more dollar bill.
Brother, I really appreciate you. You and TQS are the show producers today. And this show, for everybody that's out there, please like, subscribe, share it out. This is an educational show, tech talk. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about leaving the domain of Windows and Apple. If you have those old laptops in the corner, breathing new life into them. If you have a Windows 10 machine and you're worried about its end of life because Microsoft will no longer be supporting it, there are options. So please, by all means, go back, team replay, learn the steps. It's very simple. And your boy C.I.P. has made himself available multiple times on streams. Again, I'm not the messenger for everybody, but your boy C.I.P. is here as a resource. So horse water if you need it, right? Cultureinvasion PC at Gmail. Hit your boy up if you need me. Again, if you go to my YouTube page and you go to the top, right there at the top of the freaking YouTube page are the more options. Contact me, all those things. Just go there, click on my link, click on my email address, view your channel. There. See that? All this shit up here? You guys know how this works. Links. Hit the more links and shit. Down here, email address. It's all there. All right? Horse to water. If you need help, hit your boy up. Like I said, I'll give you an hour of my time. We'll set something up. I'll give you an hour of my time. But if we go past that, hit your boy up with a couple bucks. You know, a few of you already have credit. Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like Microsoft was the end all be all. Yeah, sis, it's it's not the end all be all. And it does take a little bit of learning. It takes a little bit of learning, just a little bit. But as you can see, I mean, my computer's up. This is my main studio PC. I let everybody know that in the beginning. This is my baby. I've got, let's see, there you go. Let it back up. 2 screens. This is my shit. This is my world over here. There's you guys down there. Yep. Oops. Now we're crooked. There we go. Yeah, it's my main bitch. It's a little cube. It's a little cube. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. There she go right there. Look at her. Look at her right there. Look at her. Oh, look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. Oh. Oh. The motherfucker's mean. All right. So next up, we got Office. We got OBS. OBS, we're going to have to power that up and get all of my backups over to OBS. So OBS understands that C.I.P. is now working in Linux in a new operating system. So I backed up, like I said, I backed up all my scenes, you know, all the different scenes that we go through when I go through a show. All that's backed up. So the basics are laid out. All my sources, the cameras and everything. But it's a new operating system. So it's going to interact with my cameras different. So let's talk about tech. Okay, we talked about most of the basics. Like from here on out, it just works. It just works. Everything I need to do is going to work, right? Now, I will have trouble with my Stream Deck. Hit your boy up if you have a Stream Deck or you have audio equipment and you need to add it, hit your boy up. We can kind of work things out together because I'm going to be learning along the way, right? My Stream Deck, once I hook it up, I have to go through a couple YouTube videos. It's learning process. It's YouTube videos, but it's just apps in the end. You either have to install the app from a command line or you have to install the app from an app, right? Download it and install. But a big round but. Everybody's got an attitude problem. Everybody don't like everybody in technology. We know that. Apple don't necessarily like Microsoft. Microsoft don't necessarily like Apple. Camera companies, no different. Canon's got to stick up their ass. They always have. Most camera makers do. Sony seems to be pretty fucking cool, though. They seem like they're fucking cool. They seem like they got the whole vibe going on over there at Sony. I don't know what y'all got in the tea, Sony, but y'all are very, very nice to your neighbors in the industry. Canon, on the other hand, don't give a fuck. So Canon half-ass works in Linux as far as I've been able to get it to work. There are some nerds out there that have gotten their Canon camera. That's a Canon. This is a Canon over my shoulder. They gotten their Canon cameras to work on Linux. They do scripts and they do all this stuff and they go into the command prompt and they type go to this and change this configuration, reboot 50 fucking times. Nah, fuck that. Your boy went and got one of these. These are $20 on Amazon. It's a little 4K. It ain't 4K. It's just 1080p. There we go. It's a 1080p. Plugs in with one USB. And this is a cable I had to get separate. It's an HDMI. It's just a regular HDMI. But it's an HDMI that goes to the wee little baby HDMI for my camera. So I got the HDMI for the camera. I got this little stupid ass box. That's it. Plugs right into the computer. This plugs into the camera. I'm off and running. I won't have no problems. I already tested it. I ran tests before I did this to make sure I wouldn't be talking shit. Your voice me not trying to talk those shit to y'all. I have another one of those devices, but it's my more expensive one that is truly 4K. It's got fancy lights and shit on it. It's over here. Move, bitch. This one. This is the fancy one. That's the one I use for gaming. That's the one I plug Cat and Poncho into. And then I get good graphics through this one for Cat and Poncho. But this little scrimpy cheap one for $20, I was really, really surprised by this. Again, this is a little video capture thing right off of, it's not 4K, right? We can complain all we want, but it's cheap Chinesium. It is not 4K. It's 1080p. But for $20, I'm not going to complain. I mean, like, this is the kind of thing that producers produce this show. You guys do this. This is like production money. That's the only way that I was going to expand to get this done, right? So I thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So yes, that's the first piece, hardware wise. That takes care of like the streaming camera and everything. DAWs, the digital workstations for music and stuff, plug in your MIDI. That all works. Just plug the thing in. I got a MPK over there. I will just plug it right in. Now, there are some Windows apps that are required for some things like updating firmware in devices. Like if you get like new menus and stuff in your MPK, or you get like new menus and stuff in your Stream Deck, and it has to update. There's ways around that, and there's ways of running little baby versions of Windows in Linux. And it's called VMs, virtual machines, or containers. So you can run a baby version of Windows if you really, really have to. Or, like your boy C.I.P. is doing, I'm broadcasting on my laptop. So I still have a Windows device if I need to plug something into it and do a specific Windows thing, right? But it's not my main computer. It's not the main thing I'm using right now for all of my daily work, my daily driver. All right, what y'all talking about? This screen is too damn small. Yeah, 1080p is good enough, Eric. You're right, bro. Yeah, Cat and Poncho, the tablet. That's really the name. That's what I named the tablet. Like, yeah, they're always like, "What's your name? Name this device." You know, like everybody's like computer. Like, some people we get fancy. Nerds out here getting fancy. So Cat and Poncho is the gaming tablet, and again, it's just a Lenovo Legion Go tablet, version 1 tablet. I upgraded it. I upgraded the thumbsticks. Put some different thumbsticks in there. I've seen somebody do a mod on it where they pop, same as always, you pop the back of it off and you have all the guts and everything right there. Somebody took the battery out. That's always dicey, but they took the battery out and replaced the battery with a double capacity. So that may still very well be in my future with that little device. And I'll do that live as always. Probably blow up something. But all right. So what else we got? I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed to show you guys. And again, you can always go back, team replay, get awesome ideas, get ideas about data storage. If you pull an old hard drive out of an old computer and it's one of these M2 drives, right? It's got the little pins on the end, little tiny drive. You can always put that little tiny drive in a box like this, save your data. If you pull out one of these drives, one of the old baby hard drives out of your laptop, when you're putting things together, you can always put this in a case. It'll have a USB cable, right? It'll almost look like something like this, right? Let me take this off here. It'll almost look like something like this, right? It'll be a case with a cable. That's it. HDD portable case. Very small little thing, probably like $12, somewhere between $12 and $20 on Amazon. You slide this drive in there, you plug it in your USB, and then all of a sudden this becomes a portable drive that you plug into your laptop when you're running around or whatever, store your little pictures on it, and you have extra space. That keeps you out of the cloud too, right? You can even buy one, right? You can, if you decide you want to upgrade your storage in your PC, you can buy one or two. Put one in a case, maybe get like one for your PC that's like 2 terabyte and you buy another one that's like 4 terabyte. Back up your own shit. Or buy one of those Western Digital Clouds. Back up your own shit. Get a 6 terabyte Western Digital Cloud, 4 terabyte, something 2 times, 4 times bigger than your computer storage or your iPhone storage. And start backing up your own shit at home. Remember, like I said in the beginning, everything that we have that we put in the cloud belongs to AI. It doesn't belong to us anymore, folks. We don't own anything anymore. So when we put more of our stuff in the cloud, more of our children's butt naked pictures in the cloud, oh, look at my fucking iPhone. No, the cloud is looking at your fucking iPhone. Everybody's data is in the cloud. Everybody's data is free for all. They are selling it. They are training AI on your photos. They are training AI on the keys that you type. When you type to your friends in Discord, it's being recorded. When you type to your friends in any chat, it's being recorded. When you type to your friends on your cell phone, it's being recorded. Guarantee you. Okay? So start taking the precautions now. If you have Windows 10 and you're sick and tired of Microsoft shit, you don't want to buy a new computer, go back, watch this video, learn about creating your own USB drives, right? Boot up your own version of Ubuntu. It's absolutely free. You saw how easy it was for your boy C.I.P. tonight. It was very, very, very easy. I do have some things to do. Now, audio's working. Don't get it twisted. Everything's working. Let's blah, 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 subscriptions. I need a sandwich. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the brothers are talking and it's coming through my speakers just fine.
Change it up.
Here we go.
Shout out to 183307. Let me give you this one. Hold on.
Not 18.
Where's that?
18's in the chat. 18, come over here and say hi. What the hell are you doing over there? Yeah, audio's working. So we have all the basic stuff working. Video's working. YouTube's working. Oh, you know what? I want VLC. Let's see if it's here. There it is. Wait a minute. VLC's installed? You're kidding me. I didn't even look. What's VLC under? Settings, system, development, video production. No. Why is it under video production? Graphics, audio. Where's VLC? All right, there's a search bar at the bottom. VLC. Oh, there's VLC. The fucking shit. Everything's in there that I want. So VLC media player is in there. VLC is the shit. Okay. Allow network access. That's fine. Yeah, VLC is the shit. So I got my VLC media player. It's the best media player on earth. Oh, I want to show you guys. All right, so Caden. Let's go to Caden. Let's see how it loads. Let's minimize this shit. We don't need none of that. There we go. Oh my God. Look at her butt. Look at that. Who knows what that is? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Logging screen, the editing screen, the audio. Balance your audio. Effects. Merge in your effects. Ooh. There's a lot of effects over here. And then we have color grading. Probably pull it out and go color grade it somewhere else. But this is your boy C.I.P. is going to be using this and learning about this. This is Caden Live. This is the editing suite, y'all. Comes with it. So this is where we're going to be learning. That's where your boy's going to be learning. Ooh, I wonder. Let's do something real quick. Oops. I did not mean to open that. I wanted that. All right. So let's see. We went to the backup drive, downloads, Carnival. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Bam. No profile found. Create and switch the profile. Continue. Why not? So we just dropped a rando file in the editor. And we can scrub. Ooh, shit. Volume. Yeah. Your boy C.I.P. is happy. That audio was loud. All right. I got a surround sound system too, so I got to figure out how to make sure that's right. We can scrub through here. Add that. Oops. Add that to the timeline. Add that to the timeline. And your boy CIP's off and running. About to start editing some shit. Ooh, boy. Edit them cheeks. Yeah. So this is my new editing suite. Yeah, your boy happy. Everything's working. And guess what? No telemetry. Again, that's that word I used at the beginning, telemetry. No responding back to the mothership saying, oh, look, CIP's looking at his carnival girls today. Oh, look, CIP's looking at his anime videos today. Oh, look, CIP logged into his work human resources department to change his insurance withholdings or his insurance for the year. Oh, look, CIP's looking at his 401k and we can see how much money he has. Probably know that anyway, but why give them access to the extra shit? Oh, look, CIP's editing photos from here, from here, from here, from here. Editing photos of people's children when I do school photos that I don't give them the fucking right to capture from my computer. Nor do those people. Right? So it's the basic fundamentals of their intrusion on our privacies, guys. Their intrusions on our privacies. All right, we chilling. Your boy CIP is done. I think I've covered enough for this this episode. I think I've given you guys a great perspective into ways that you can upgrade your PC. Boom, it worked. I can't believe the stream worked. That's crazy. That shit worked. This laptop's touchscreen too, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Touchscreen streaming. Until I push the wrong fucking thing. Why am I over here by myself? You're not by yourself, Janesta. There's a few of y'all out there. Shadow Watchers. I know y'all are Cloud Watchers, Shadow Watchers. Y'all out there kicking it too. Go ahead. Hit the like, please. Hit the like. Comment. Leave a comment. Tell me I was wrong. Tell me I was wrong. Tell me Ubuntu and Ubuntu Studio are not the right things to recommend to brand new Linux users. There are other versions of Linux. Your boy C.I.P. has decided to just round out his selection to just 2 to introduce to you guys. All right. Everybody's not at the same level. Once you do this a few times and you go watch videos and you become obsessed, if that's your thing, right? The young tech bros, tech sisses, maybe, right? You'll find videos of people who are absolutely obsessed. Oh, look at this one. Oh, look at this Linux. Oh, look at this Linux. You leave Ubuntu and Ubuntu Studio completely and you go into Arch, or you go into Fedora, or you go into Mint, or you go, there's Puppy. There's a million different, there are hundreds of different versions of Linux, flavors of Linux, forks of Linux. You'll hear these different words, right? Basically, it just boils down to different versions. One day CIP wakes up and CIP says, man, Ubuntu Studio ain't good enough for me. I'm going to make an Ubuntu Studio times 10, and it's going to be called Ubuntu CIP. Boom. And I can make my own fork of Ubuntu Studio because I got a spur up my ass, or I was feeling creative one day and I wanted to vibe code some shit like weirdos do. And wanted to come up with my own fork of Ubuntu. I absolutely could because it's open source. Everybody can see what the code does. Everybody can see how it operates. It's transparent, and that's why there's no bugs. That's why no viruses and shit for it. It has other layers to it too, where people in the community have been invested over the years to make it stronger and stronger and stronger. So, yeah. You're just not going to get the same kind of execution of viruses and shit and intrusions. But again, if you ever get hacked and you're using Linux, you're going to be the weak point, right? So protect your passwords. Don't respond to the Nigerian princes. You should know by now they're not real. And and keep Microsoft AI and AI out of your business. It all reports back to the mothership. It's worth your own sovereignty. Don't be an NPC. That's what it boils down to. If you like being an NPC and you like apathy and you're an Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, you're a Snuffleupagus, be that. Be that. You're allowed to be that. That's your freedom. Not over here though, and you're never anybody I would interact with on a personal level. But yeah, if they want to do that. That's fine. That's fine. There's space for you people here. There were rock breakers at the building of the pyramids for a reason, folks. We've talked about that here. There's people that are just dumb. That just don't want to be nothing better. And they're okay. They're allowed to do that. But stay the fuck away from me. So that's all I got. That's all I got for tonight, y'all. I think it's been a good night. We've learned a lot. I got plenty to tinker with. What time is it? I'm probably going 1 o'clock. Oh yeah. I got another beer in the fridge. I ain't even really drinking tonight. I got a beer in the fridge. I'm going to drink that beer. I'm going to spend another couple hours, probably swap everything over, get everything working, swap the capture cards, right? I'm going to use the funky one with all of the lights. I'm going to get that one plugged in, get that, get that working for my big camera. And then what I can do is I can swap. I don't know. I got to figure out what I got to do. I might have to get another one of those capture cards. Cat and Poncho's going on this. Yeah, I'm stupid. Cat and Poncho's going on this glowy one, right? I had the glowy capture card, right? The big one. This, I got to get this hooked up for this camera. For y'all. This camera behind me is just going to be offline until I can get another one of these. That's all. That's all. All the cameras getting those, and it's $20. So I'll get another one. $21 or something off the Amazon. Yeah, 1 a.m. in Detroit. It's only 10:11 p.m. Says Mike. Yeah, I know it is. Where you at, bro? I'll be changing time zones here in January. I'll be out in Dallas. Mid-January, get to explore what Dallas looks like, what the weather's like, people like. Bring my grandpa sweater, Mr. Rogers, full effect. What else we got? All right, you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Provided everything works out, Soka Sunday will be a go. Stay in touch with me by subscribing. Be sure to keep your eye on my posts, my posts wall, all that shit, my posts. If anything changes, because I have right now, I think I put Soka Sunday as like, I'm not even sure what I'm doing, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do the Ross, or if I was going to talk about Rastafari, or if I was going to, there was another piece of history. There was another break in history, like from the 40s to the 70s or something. There was something else. Oh, yes. I found 2 or 3 pieces across YouTube that are like those. Here's some archive footage from the National Library of Congress or some shit, right? And it's like, bougie old white people coming down in the airplanes in the private airport up north, up in Castries, and they're talking about, the islanders are very hospitable and peaceful people, and it's great, it's great. So I've got some of those videos, and then I've got Untold Stories. The brother from the island that does all those great documentaries that we've already been witnessing over here and reacting to. So Untold Stories. That's another person who has. There was something on. We did the Soca Monarchs. We were going to do, or Calypso Monarchs. I was going to do. I think it was another one. Yes, it was another one about music, and they were talking about more modern music. Some more modern artists that are breaking out, especially Denry segment. So yeah. We'll get into that. 18, what's up, sis? I see you. Oh, you're very welcome, sis. Yeah. That's, I have my rants and I got my soapboxes, and y'all will know when that's the night for that. I'll tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got some stuff about women's, stuff about men's that's coming up soon. A real man would, a real woman would, there's a retort. So I got the balance. Libra gang. We all about the balance. So I got 2 sides to that, where I'm going to go back to that. I'm not going to dwell in the men hate women, women hate men bullshit. I'm going to examine always a little more substance behind that, especially what's going on in our minds. And melanated math, as always, is because of our benefactor, Mr. Ho Math himself, or Psychomath. So yes, he's changing his platform. Your boy changed his from Black Ho Math to Melanated Math. And that's just how it's going to be. We're going to evolve, and we're going to learn something other than, here's a reaction of a woman acting like a fucking bitch. Here's a reaction of a nigga acting like a baby daddy. We're not doing that over here. We're going to pick fun of, and we're going to make stupid ass montages that make us giggle, and then we're going to learn something. Culture, knowledge, entertainment, as always. I haven't memorized my outro. I should probably do that, you guys. But as always, seek knowledge, explore the world. Your boy C.I.P. is here for it. I've made myself available to y'all. Y'all got my email address. Hit your boy up if you're interested and you need something. Otherwise, go back, rewind, play it back, pause it, take it step by step, right? There's a lot to learn here, and there's a lot to explore. And like I said, it just works. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Trust. All right. Trust. I love you guys. Everybody take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Hit me up. I'm going to be around. Y'all got the Discord. Y'all are on the Discord. Discord's in the chat too, by the way. Discord's in the chat. Where's the chat? Chat. I can't point. Chat. Over there. Chat down below. Discord. Talk to Nightbot. Nightbot's been botting all night long doing her thing. His thing. I don't know which one. They, them. Ugh. Blech. It's a girl. It's always a girl. All the women's computers and women's bots take care of your boy C.I.P. That's why we don't need no real girl. We got all the women's robots around here. I love y'all. One love to everybody. Take care, you guys. Hopefully see you Soka Sunday. If not, we'll make it happen. I promise. We'll be back. All right, everybody. Have a good night.